Yes, people, welcome to Back in and Out podcast. What are we saying? Game week 6 now. This is your wrap up of the weekend's action. And there was some great games. And listen, when I start with the North London Derby, that was the main game. Uh, Spurs surprised me. I think Ange said in the press conference, "Oh, we're going to go there and play a normal game." And I was thinking, no, there's no way they're going to go to the Emirates. Like with the record they've got, there's no way you're going to come to Emirates and play like that. And they, you know what? It's been a long time since I've seen the North London derby at the Emirates anyway, where Spurs have played that well. Like I think they were fantastic. Like it hurts to say as a diehard Gooner, but no, they were very good. I think obviously other than Romero's own goal, I think the guy next to him, I think is it Van der Ven or Van der Ven? He was quality. I think he was good. Udogi got better as the half went on. The goalkeeper Vicario, who he's got a good reputation for shot stopping. I think he was very good as well. Like he really, really impressed me. I think in midfield they were all right. Madison was probably one of the main ones along with Son. And Brennan Johnson, played his part as well. But yeah, they were very good. Arsenal, cool, we can say they were poor, but sometimes you have to give the opposition credit. And in this game, Tottenham did what they had to do. Arsenal took the lead with obviously that on goal by Romero. And you kind of felt from there like they had to get the second and had a couple of chances. And just looking back, saw the Jesus 2 chances actually. The first one, yeah, that can happen. Keep a good save, as I said. The one way he dispossessed, I think it was Madison. You've got to finish that. Like it's fine margins. Like you talk about wanting to win the Premier League, right? To win the Premier League, you have to kill off games like that. None of this, oh, the other team got a point, we deal with a point, we go with it. No, if you want to win the league, you got to win these big games. Same way we want to get to Man United, of course, it was last minute and all these things happening again, but you won. You got the 3 points. Because these points count at come the end. And it's very important to kind of have that confidence anyway before you go into other games. But yeah, the finish really disappointed me. Like I just in my head, I've got like Aguero and Kane, or even like an Osimhen, and I can imagine like that ball just goes Tony. Let's say Tony as well, and I can just imagine them just finessing it, like just past the keeper. For those that haven't seen it, you'll see it anyway, and you understand what I mean. Like just curl it around the keeper. No need to just go and smash. And I think it's one of them where it's just the pent up. Oh, the chance is there, bang, but yeah, should have done a lot better. And I think that's going to cost Arsenal in the long run. I think Arsenal really need a 9. Like it's so important they sign a number 9, whether that be Evan Ferguson in the summer. Personally, I would do the Ivan Toney in January. I think Brentford are quoting about 45, 50 mil. I just think that's just a good signing to make. I just look at it and I think they would make such a difference because then you can then play Jesus out left and then you have your clinical number 9 up top. Eddie didn't impress me at all. And, when I see games like that from Eddie and Ketia, I think, that's the kind of reason why a lot of fans kind of said, you know what, we don't want him anymore. Cool. He looks stronger. He runs into channels, but he's not a clinical finisher. You know what I mean? And yeah, I just think we could improve on him. Also, Rice went off injured, which didn't help. And I was shocked by that. I remember I was watching the game. I was like, Rice off. Like, what's going on? I thought it was tactical at first. I was getting so mad. I was like, Arteta, what are you doing? But yeah, we've heard after the game that was a back injury. And yeah, just a real frustrating game to watch. And then, to score the penalty, you know what I mean? I never even had time to celebrate or finish celebrating. She celebrated it. As soon as I sat down, I looked up and I thought they were showing a replay of some old goal back in the day, which Son scored. So yeah, it's just one of them things. Like you got to take the point. And I guess in derbies, anything can happen anyway. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Yeah, anything can happen in derbies, and most of the time, the home team normally wins. That's why I expected Arsenal. And I was one of them fans. I hold my hands up where I thought, Arsenal would go on and win 3-4-1. But yeah, it wasn't to be. But yeah, listen, Spurs get credit for what they did, the way they played, and they've impressed me. Ange's got them playing well. And I think the whole thing of like the media not really like, like I think by taking Harry Kane out and just signing all these other players, it's like you can just see a breath of like just an air of calm. That's what I want to say. An air of calm and relaxation at the club. And they're doing well. As I said, like I don't like them, but I've got to give them credit where it's due. And well done to them. Arsenal, yeah, I'll call the mistrust out of Martinelli, but yeah, we really need to back up our ideas. I think we've got Bournemouth next away in the league. That's not going to be easy. You know what I mean? It's not going to be easy. Like there's no easy games anymore, apart from one, two, or two teams want to get to at the end. But yeah, it was a disappointing game for Arsenal. Tottenham will be very happy with a point. For Arsenal, definitely 2 points dropped. Just quickly before I go over from Arsenal, great save by Raya. Let me say that as well. That save was phenomenal. But let's not compare that to Seaman versus Sheffield United, yeah? There's no comparison. I saw someone post up on Twitter. I was like, this is why some fans really irk me. And I try not to say anything, but yeah, there's some I thought I should touch on quickly. The next thing I'm going to get into Chelsea. Aston Villa. Chelsea lost 1-0. And I don't know what's going on with them. Like, okay. The best way I can put it, they've spent, let's say, about 1 billion something, whatever. And I look at the team, I'm like, where has that money gone? I know players are injured, I get it. But I'm like, on who? And I look at the bench and I think, oh my gosh. And then, I see Gallagher in the 10. And then I see, see Gallagher in 10. I see Jackson up top. And I'm thinking, what's going on there? And the thing is, they're creating chances. And this is football is such a funny sport. Like, for those that, don't really watch football, you'd be like, oh, Chelsea are completely crap, whatever. But they are creating the chances. It's just they're not finishing them. Jackson he needs to back up his ideas. He's getting into the right position, but his finishing's been so poor. Yesterday he had chances again. Enzo had a chance, and there was I think it was called for offside, where there was a 2-on-1, and one Chelsea podcast, Matisse, big him up, he was saying it was one of them where it's like you can't miss them. It might have probably been called onside if they had carried on whatever and the goal had gone in. But I just don't understand how you can miss that type of chance at 2-on-1. So yeah, it's quite bad for Chelsea. And you look at their team, look at some of the players. Sanchez was good yesterday. Shouldn't have get beaten like that by Watkins. Happens, but yeah, top quality keeper saves that. I think Thiago Silva also made an error. If you're going to go that far forward for the ball, you better get it or take the player out, something. You can't have them running behind like Diaby did. Caicedo, yeah, was all right. Like, no one was really spectacular for Chelsea. And I think as the season goes on, they need players back quick because I think their next fixtures are quite tough. I was supposed to get up. I kind of forgot to get the list up. I think they've got Fulham next and then no particular order, Arsenal, Man City, Tottenham, Man United, Liverpool, Liverpool, United, and all these teams. And you think, and I think Brighton as well, actually. I think they got Brighton as well. And it's just like you're thinking, where's the win going to come from? And also, are they going to give Poch time? For me personally, I think, listen, with the injuries they've got, again, like I do with Tottenham, I hate Chelsea to bits. But we need to understand they just need players back fit. And I think when they have a fully fit team, I think they'll cause damage. There's too much talent in that team not to do something. I do think they need to upgrade on the goalkeeper in a way. I think next summer, if they finish in Europe, I think next summer they go again. They buy big. But listen, they bought big this year, and we're sitting there still looking at this team thinking like, where's the stars? But yeah, they'll come good. It's just a bit mad that the talent you've got on show, no one's expected you to be top, but we'd expect better than the position you're currently in for sure. And yeah, he just needs to get the balance right. And the other thing with Poch that's frustrating me at the moment is that he contradicts himself in a lot of press conferences. It's like, we're trying to hold on to the point against Bournemouth. Then it's like this and that, this excuse, that excuse. And I'm like, bruv, look at the team you've got. Don't stop complaining, bruv. You can turn to the bench and bring on Cole Palmer, who you signed for X amount of money. You know what I mean? You got Mudryk, right? You didn't buy him yourself, but you have that talent at your disposal. And your team are putting out the performance. So sometimes he needs to take a look at himself and think like, I'm doing something wrong here, because you have to beat the Laxers. You have to beat a Bournemouth. You know what I mean? You have to beat the Bournemouth. Villa at home, you really would think. I know people say, oh, it's an Emery team, whatever, but you'd expect Chelsea to go and beat them, and they didn't. So yeah, it's not looking good for them at all. And I think they really need to back up that. There's no Europe as well, and yeah, just there's big issues there, big issues. And listen, if they lose a couple, what I think in the next 7, if they lose, let's say 4 or 5 of them, will Poch actually last? It's going to be interesting to see. Now I think they've got Arsenal towards the end of that run, so yeah, let's see what happens there. But listen, big up Villa, you know, another decent performance by them. Derby causing havoc again. Watkins, who goes under the radar, I think. You know, we look at the Tonys and the Fergusons and we forget just how good Watkins is. You know, off the shoulder runs, can finish. So he'll do a good job at like a big club, and I can see in the future him going to somewhere like I don't know. It sounds a bit something like a Newcastle. I think he would do a job for a top 4 team. I genuinely do, but I feel like a Newcastle, possibly a Tottenham, depending on how they get on this season as well. But yeah, they Villa look good. Villa look good. I think defensively just need to adjust some of the defenders because I think they're a bit slow at the back. Torres and that, so they'll get found out against like the quicker teams. But listen, credit where it's due, 1-0 win, and yeah, decent start for them. Now this one's interesting. So Liverpool beat West Ham 3-1. People are not taking Liverpool serious, man. I think before the season, and those that know me know, I said Liverpool would be dark horses. I just felt the 3 they got in midfield, it just brought, you know, like a rejuvenation in there, and it's like you can see the play in the Dominic just did that. Dominic Szoboszlai, big up my boy on it, by the way. Always said this guy would bang in the Prem. I had my doubts, so big yourself up. You're right. He's been quality in that midfield, and you add McAllister to that as well, and King Salah. Like this guy, just always scores. He's just there. You know what I mean? I think Haaland has kind of made us forget the quality of other players. Like you look at Haaland, see him play for hat trick, and you think, oh, why is Mo Salah not doing that? But Salah's still going on the radar. 3 assists against was it Wolves? Yeah, 3 assists against Wolves, and then obviously scored yesterday the pen. And yeah, now Liverpool look good. I think defensively they still need to improve, but going forward, midfield to attack, I think they probably have the best attack in the league as a combo. Like I think Jota, Nunes, Diaz, Salah, and Elliott. I think that's good going. That's a great attack, and they're going to cause problems for everybody. And Nunes is just warming up, and he's kind of funny, man. He'll miss the simple chance, and you think like, what's that? Useless player. Then he goes and scores the goal that he scored. You know, nice volley from the McAllister pass, and yeah, it's a good win for Liverpool. West Ham, you never really felt West Ham were gonna go and win at Anfield. You thought they put up a better fight, you know what I mean? But listen, Liverpool didn't need much motivation because I'm sure when I checked, Mikel Antonio was like, "Oh, we're gonna finish above Liverpool," and I was like, "How do you even say that before you play the team?" Like, I get if you play the team twice, you're out of the way because you're giving them motivation, man. You know what I mean? Like when Evan Tony said good kick about the boys, it's like it would vex me as well. I'd be like, what was he saying? All right, cool, let's go show them. You know what I mean? And then he was one of the people that missed one of the easy chances in yesterday's game. So yeah, no, they weren't that good yesterday. Scored a goal. Actually, they had a couple of chances, and game may have been a bit different had Souček scored a header. But again, Alisson came clutch again. And yeah, he's been a great servant for Liverpool. The amount of times he saves them. And if you watch Liverpool closely, there's a lot of games they play where the opposition will have a chance. And if they take the lead, you can kind of see the game going different. But that one save that he makes in a lot of games just changes it. And suddenly Liverpool score, and then that's it. They go on. You kind of forget the fact they're under a bit of pressure. So now he's, for me, best in the Prem, bar none. And Europe, top 2 easy, like phenomenal keeper. And Liverpool luckily to have him. And yeah, listen, Liverpool going on the radar, racking up the wins, you know, won Europe as well. And I think if they're top 2 come Jan, I think they may do it. That's just my opinion. And I'm saying it, I'm whispering it though. But yeah, I think they're definitely challengers for the league. And for me, currently on form, I think they're above Arsenal in terms of being the closest challengers to Man City, who are just dominating this league in a way. But now, listen, Liverpool, big up, doing your thing. Well done to Klopp as well, just getting on with it. And yeah, well done. Well done, Liverpool. Well done, you Reds. I know my mates Jack and Cloud will be happy with that little Liverpool segment. City 1-2-0. Not really going to get into that one too tough. We expected the win. Haaland got his goal. Foden scored as well, and yeah, didn't really do too well for my fantasy football team. Wanted more. I should have captained Foden. But yeah, they beat for us 2-0. Rodri sent off, which means he now misses the Arsenal game. I can't remember which other games he misses. And just a quick example of like how Arsenal fans can be a bit mad. So Rodri gets sent off, and I'm going on Twitter and I'm seeing, yeah, they're done. When they come Emirates, we're going to beat them. And I'm like, we don't even know who's going to be fit for us. And you're talking like that. And they can bring in Phillips or Nunes. They've got a quality team. No De Bruyne, no Stones. One of them will be back for that game. Mark my words. One of them will be back for that game. And we're going to be back to square one going, City, man, running rampant again. So, listen, don't really give them credit. They did well. Good win, 6 out of 6. And they haven't even clicked properly yet. And that's the scary thing. Normally they click into gear in the second part of the season. We're all now hoping it's going to be the other way around, where they kind of fall off at the end. But listen, they could easily go like the next 20 games just winning them. It's going to be very, very hard to beat them to this league title, man. Like, the signings they've made are just so astute. Gavardio at the back just made them more solid. Nunes in midfield brought energy, tenacity, good passing, can shoot as well. Doku, pace, power on the wings. Sorry, I don't be like one of them commentators. So what does he bring? Pace and power. And you know what I mean. Certain people know what I mean, because a certain demographic that get that label at them when they're playing. But yeah, no, Doku, they come off earlier, so I think that was due to the sending off. But yeah, he's brought a difference to them. Haaland's Haaland. Alvarez, World Cup winner, scores goals as well, assists as well. Foden's coming into it. Yeah, listen, I could go on forever about it too, but listen, yeah, comfortable win for them. They did well. I just want to talk about the next team I want to talk about. I want to talk about Newcastle. Absolutely smashed Sheffield United. I look, you know what? I thought Luton are bad. Luton are very, very bad. Probably the worst in the league. Sheffield United are not far behind. I was just looking to see. I like to see who these teams sign, and I was just like, who? Like, who are you signing? I think they sold their best player as well. I think their best player was supposed to get Billy Sharp's number, or agreed a deal to get Billy Sharp's number. And then we went to his home team in Marseille, and obviously fans were quite upset about that. But I just don't know what's going on. 8-0 at home. No, it's mad. It's mad. I know Newcastle are a decent team. Was it Trippier 3 assists as well? Like, these lot can't defend for nothing. And Blunt up top. Defense are just meh. I think they've still got some defenders that they had when they were in the league the last time. Like, you can't do that. Midfield weak. I mean, I think obviously they've got Archer from Aston Villa. But yeah, you can't come to the Premier League and just do that. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm fed up of seeing these teams come up and putting these type of lame performances, man. Like, it's so annoying. I like to see teams come in and have a freshness. Like when Swansea came and had a bit of pizzazz, man. Nathan Dyer on the wing, Routledge on the wing. Brought a little something. It was like, raw. These wingers are quick. Had the striker, decent keeper and all of that. And I look at this one, even West Brom, when they had Chris Brunt whipping them balls in. Hegazi and all them, man, there in defence. And, they had something about them. But, yeah, Sheffield United just awful. And Newcastle just ran rampant. I think there was 8 different scorers as well. And I saw the last goal where Isaac sat someone down. And I was like, how easy is that? Like, just sat the guy down, placed it in the bottom corner. And you know what? I've been there, yeah. I know how West Foderingham feels. I've been there when you can see there's so many goals. And I think as you're diving, each dive just becomes just Yeah, you're just like, oh, I've got to dive again. It's a horrible feeling. You start to think, oh, like at 6, like, what do I do here? Do I just, what is my ankle going or something? Because it's a brutal game, man. Absolutely brutal game. And I think sometimes with the opposition, they must go, nah, it's a bit too much. Like, we don't really want to get to double figures. Because I think there becomes a respect thing after a while. You go, we can't knock 10 past them. Like, that's taking a piss. But yeah, they got absolutely mullered, and I think they're one definitely going to be going down. I can't wait to see them versus Luton. You know, I can't wait. They'll probably one against like 4-4, like 5-5, and all of that. Like useless teams, man, taking up room for no damn reason. But listen, it is what it is. You know, I guess that's the guaranteed 3 points for most teams this season. Hopefully, I'll go into another one. We had Bournemouth losing 3-1 to Brighton. Bournemouth took the lead as well. Through an error from the goalkeeper, who they got. Where did they get him from? Was it Club Bruges? If I'm wrong, someone tell me. Decent keeper, made a horrible mistake. But Brighton come back into it. You know, Bournemouth scored an own goal. Mitoma, I think he come on as a guy. 2 good finishes, man. This guy, like, he is what Rio Miyachi should have been at Arsenal. Honestly, that was the dream. I thought Miyachi would be what Mitoma is. And he's a phenomenal winger. Just very quick with the ball, always kicks the ball right by his foot. Little short steps, bang, finish. Like quality. Even the header he scored from Estepinian scores, quality header. And listen, they look good, man. Like, I think they're top 4 now. And the Zerbi's got them playing very, very well. They're going to be a problem for a lot of teams this season. And I'm just thinking, like, if they get into Europe again next season, they buy again. Because everyone can say, oh, yeah, they're selling this player for that much, losing a great player. But they just bring in these gems. Like, who's this? Obviously, they've got Ansu Fati from Barca. But this other one, is it Adingra or I can't remember his name. But he's got like a broad streak. He's a decent player as well. And Ciso, the other one, I don't know how they do it. Honestly, the scouting system there is fantastic. Chelsea must be thinking, man, we got the manager, we got the backroom staff, but we didn't take the scouts. Could have done the scouts and allowed the management team. That's what they could have done. But no, big up the Zerbi and them lot. Like, they look very good. Palace 0-0, Fulham, not much to say on that one. And Luton drew 1-1 with Wolves. They're going down, man. They're going down. That's going to be their last point for the next 6 to 8 games, I think. Like, as you lot know, I don't rate them at all. There's nothing about them that impressed me. Ross Barkley, a main signing, I'm not taking this. I understand teams are small and this and that, but you need a bit more when you're in the Prem. You know what I mean? You need a bit more in the Prem, because I want teams to come up and show something. I'd rather you come up and really fight than just there's nothing really there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was them. And lastly, Everton beat Brentford 3-1. I think that was a surprise for a lot of us. We expect Brentford at home to be quality and just really just demolish a lot of teams, all the teams lower than them. But Everton were very, very good. And I think with Everton, it's like, they're such a weird club. Like, they've still got good players in there. I think they've got James Garner, who they got from United, who I think is a good player. Calvert-Lewin just has to stay fit. And that's the biggest key for them. Because for me, Beto, I don't know, Beto might as well be Bebe. Yeah, Beto might as well be Bebe, because I don't think it's good at all. Everything about him, just think, no, it's not that good. Like, is you want him to do one little thing, like, oh, he's all right, and then you just watch the rest of the game, like, no. So I don't even think he's going to get many goals this season in the league. Calvert-Lewin's got to stay fit. Defensively, the problem with them, they always concede, and their defenders like Tarkowski. I think, who did they play next to him? Is it not Keane? Someone else. I can't remember who it is. But yeah, I don't know with Everton. With them, I'm going to wait and see towards the end of the season. I do like is it Braithwaite or Brantford? I'm not sure how you say it. I think he's a good player. He gives me John Stones vibes, and I like that. Like, good little player. But yeah, no, good win for them. And yeah, man, that just wraps up the review of the weekend. Some good games, you know, like, and it's funny because even I watch all these other games and I'm so like, oh, this game was good, man. Because I know a lot of fans, they just watch your team, you don't watch anyone else. But no, there's this. I think this season is going to be a very good season. I think, you know, especially the big 6 games, we're going to see some absolute stunning matches, I can tell. But listen, guys, thanks for tuning in. just thought I'd give you the little review. I'm going to do a preview for the next games probably on Thursday, Friday. We'll go for the other ones. And then we should have a couple of guests on that one as well. And yeah, I've got some interesting things lined up for not that one, the show after. So keep tuning, people. Listen, keep supporting. Love you guys. Share it around. Let people know. Follow me on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. Let's get the movement going, yeah? Let's get it going. Listen, love my people. Peace.